Wait, I'm supposed to wear pants while doing this?
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's episode 21 of the DCUO Project Podcast. I'm Count Chocula. We're joined again this week by with Vagrant. We've got Crappy Heels. We've got Kaiser, and we are joined this week by J-Man as well. He's kind of off and on. So, what's up, guys? What's going on?
What's going on?
What's
Live
up?
from the test server. What?
What's up?
What about the test server, Crappy?
Crappy's
live.
just starting trouble.
I'm live from the test server right now.
Crappy's live from the test server.
You
Seriously?
don't have a
wishes he was.
PC.
He wishes he was.
You don't need a PC, man. I play on PS3. This is the test server.
Oh,
I get it.
Well, as you can see, I've named the episode. I guess we'll talk about Update 30 because I'm a little disappointed, honestly, in some of what's going on in Update 30. And I have not been on the test server yet for it, but I think Vagrant has, and I think it's...
I have. I made
Uh-oh.
a video, and there's really nothing to talk about.
Oh no! Now you tell me.
Did you see the notes? There's barely anything in Game Update 30.
It's a little disappointing,
It's just settings changes.
right?
well, we
And
don't know
I
that
say
that's
it-
the
I
whole
say at the-
update.
We'll
I say
go
at
over
the end of my
go over
video
a little
that-
bit what they have.
All right, so it's just, you know how Jen's teased that ignore dual invites, party invites, all that kind of stuff?
Mhm.
Well, that's coming in Game Update 30. And then, let's see, there's going to be another option for any kind of dungeon where you can change it to where you don't have to
A
start
dungeon.
instance.
Dungeon.
What the
Raid.
fuck is
He
that?
means raid. All
No,
right.
any instance.
We playing Final Fantasy.
Crappy's starting shit tonight, boy. Woo!
I know,
Gotcha.
whatever.
I love it. Anyway, sorry.
You can change it to where you don't have to start one that's like halfway done. You will always start at the beginning. You can toggle that on or off.
I like that. That's probably
so-
the best
so
thing I
you
like
mean
about the
basically-
Update 30.
Everyone's gonna have that off.
Yeah.
No, but you mean basically you can just start at the beginning of the dungeon instead of coming in halfway
A
through
dungeon.
3 hours.
Yo.
So,
Hey, hey.
so basically you don't have to
Dungeon.
worry about coming in halfway to a 3-hour Nexus run.
It's a dungeon, Crappy.
It's totally not a dungeon. Maybe if we were playing like Dungeons and Dragons.
You know
it'd
you
be-
dress up like elves and shit, and you play out Lord of the Rings, bitch. So just
what
just
is that
go with
stuff?
the dungeon tonight,
How do
okay?
you miss
Same
my
stuff. I
give you the perfect opening?
lerping. I'm a lerper. Is that what it is?
LARP.
You know you
Marvin.
dress up like Gandalf.
I have a duct tape foam
I
sword.
see Crappy
Barb.
more of a Smeagol.
Smeagol.
Like
No,
precious
That's
nature.
Smeagol guy.
Is that
Precious
it's a
nature.
type of dog.
Smeagol would probably do drugs.
Yeah.
Well, Gandalf smokes that. He smokes out of that big pipe, man. I don't know what he's smoking in there, but that's kind of like Crappy. I don't know. It's a dungeon. We're gonna call them all dungeons tonight. Crappy, get over it.
I'm out of here. Out of this group.
Crappy's out of here.
Let's see. PvP
And it's no longer
KO.
soda cola, it's potions.
Potions.
The
Go ahead,
potions.
Glenn. Sorry.
They're changing PvP KO things where, like, if you deal the most damage to a player, you get the kill. It's no longer the person who dealt the last blow,
Mm,
which is kind of should have been in the game. But
right.
let's see. Paradox and Nexus loot changes. They're just adding more 87 and 88 weapons to the drop table.
Yeah, they're gonna make it where you can get both sets of weapons in both rays, right?
Yeah.
No, the 88s are still going to be locked to wave.
No, I meant the type of weapon, not the level.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
got from it.
Yeah. Potions. I'm sorry.
Look up your notes.
What?
Is that it?
That's
No.
it.
There's one more. Well, yeah. Oh wait, no. The auction house changes. Forgot about that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is probably the best thing about the whole update. You can now toggle, or whenever you have a usable by me toggled, it will now hide any collection or plan that you've already collected.
That's awesome. They should have already had that in the game, but you know,
I mean, it's good that it's coming though.
yeah, I'm gonna cut 'em a
Ignore
break, but-
invites is the best feature. I'll tell you that.
What is?
Ignore invites.
Yeah. Can we have it set where Hey, Jay, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know he doesn't.
I
say
wanted to
more
make
than
sure
2
you were here
sentences.
for this one. Can we have it set where, like, we ignore? You can invite a fire tank to a Nexus group. Like, it's automatically set where it restricts powers.
I'd be
cool.
down for that.
That'd be awesome. They ought to think about putting that in there.
You need to use some
I'm just kidding,
consumables.
Jay. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it's not a joke. I mean, look at it this way. It's a detriment. Some leagues, not ours, some leagues out there, when they have a fire tank running, it takes them 3 hours to do Nexus. How? Next, they're going to be telling me to get lost in the tunnel of lust.
3 hours.
Yo, I get
to
lost
do...
in there.
And hey, Kaiser, is it a league run and it takes 3 hours to do Nexus?
Some people.
Oh my God! And they're running a fire tank.
Yeah.
They should, you know.
But in that particular instance,
Maybe I could give him
Player.
some tips.
You guys are dicks.
it's the player, not the power in that instance. So.
Oh, you're making an exception there, right? Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I had to go get my bottle of whiskey off the shelf. Sorry.
We 5-man Nexus with a fire tank. I don't know what you're talking about.
Too funny. I can't get my whiskey bottle on. God damn it.
I have to switch back to a tank power too. That sucks, man.
Why?
Huh?
I don't have military tech style, I think it is. I have the pieces in my inventory right now to complete it.
So Vagrant, are they adding anything into update 30 that they haven't put in the notes, or do you know?
One thing was when you buy a piece of gear from a vendor, it'll be like, "Are you sure you want to buy this?" So people who fuck up and buy the wrong piece, they'll now know that they bought the wrong piece, and they can only blame themselves.
That's
Sometimes it's tricky with the precision and the
right,
mics.
especially when
even-
you're tired. You know.
It'll even say what role it is.
Yeah, but it's
I know.
kind of bunched together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've
but
done it.
I bet you by when update 30 hits, they'll change it to where this is a precision piece, this is a might piece.
They could still add stuff to this update. This is just
Yeah.
the first batch. Of
I
notes.
also at the end of my video, I also say I can see Circe and Wonder Woman coming too. So since they promised it already.
Well, let
What
me
are you
put
talking about? I want to see armories.
Let me put your channel information up on the stream. That way it'll be recorded for the YouTube video as well. So anyone that does watch it from the YouTube channel.
Yeah, whoever does do that.
Wait, people actually watch Vagrant?
Well, it's youtube.com
Do people watch it, Kaiser?
the alpha
Do you have
tester.
any videos up yet?
Do what?
Touche.
Oh. But it's youtube.com /the alpha tester. You can see his video. He'll probably go through better than what, more detail on the video. So without getting constantly interrupted by like me and other people. So
Well, he's not getting interrupted by Jay. He barely says like one sentence every show.
he might be tired of you insulting him all the time. I don't know.
Yeah.
He might be
Please.
tired of
My
this fire
feelings.
tank.
Oh, please, you hear our league chat. How often do I catch shit?
It's starting to hurt my feelings now, Kaiser.
If you had
Oh,
any.
he's catching feelings. You need a
Getting
tissue?
emotional.
He's getting those feels.
So let's go around and let's talk about ice versus fire real quick
Uh-oh.
for tanking. I mean, let's get everybody's opinion. Like
Fire's a better tank.
Ice is better.
Ice is better.
At
you
least
guys are
until
correct.
they
Could use a
change
slight
things.
buff.
Well, elaborate. I mean, why is ice better?
Because
It just
ice takes more... Ice has more sustainability and heals mean more to it.
Well, you said something early before we got on the air, Crappy, about the Wave and Nexus, about the ice tank. What were you saying about that? Your opinion?
Well, my fire is always a better tank. Fire draws aggro a lot better, keeps aggro a lot better, and like if you didn't have a healer, a fire tank could stay alive a lot longer than an ice tank can. Not a Nexus, but like if you were like, you know what I'm saying? Because you
Right.
could heal yourself, you could keep up your power and stuff like that decently. But like in And Wave, the one boss, I forget which one it is. He swipes at you. He does like a 3-piece on you and knocks you out with a third hit. And if the healer's not healing you on that third hit, if you're ice, you're dead. But if you're fire, you could live through that most of the time because you have double the health. Easily live through it. And they just tear right through your reflect. So reflect doesn't even do you no good for that guy.
Right.
Because by the second hit, you know what I mean. You don't have any shields that are gonna stand up to that blow.
I still
Basically a one shot.
I still say fire needs a buff.
Fire does sort of
Fire
need a
needs
buff.
a
Like
shield.
if they didn't nerf it like they did,
Well,
nerf the heals on it, it
fire's
would have been
extra,
better.
Fire's extra health, and then their self heals are supposed to be their shield.
Right.
I don't know. The only way I see them buffing fire without actually touching the power is maybe giving them another gear set. Like DPS has precision and might. What about 2 tank gear sets? One towards dominance, the other towards health, or something like that.
Because dominance is health to a fire tank.
True. I don't know. Just spitballing ideas.
Well, restoration and dominance both, right? Because dominance doesn't have anything to do with aggro like some people think it does.
No,
but
some people think that the trolls are like, "Oh, I have 1,000 dominance. I'm drawing mad at." I'm like, "No, you're
that
not.
has nothing to
Shut up."
do with aggro. Yeah, I know. It's the
Or
soft
like-
mechanics.
That actually still comes up these
When you
days.
come into a
Yeah,
failed group,
somebody
last
was
boss
talking
next-
about that. I was pugging Nexus the other day, and somebody was like, "Oh, what's your dom? Because the tank doesn't seem to be pulling aggro. What's your dom?" And I was like, "It's got nothing to do with that. It's broken right now. Nexus is broken. The final boss."
This guy is just not using his powers. I was like, you need to use the pull. You just can't stand there and pop shields. I mean, that works to a point, but you need to touch the boss, the inescapable storm.
Right.
Actually, I hear Inescapable Storm is broken as far as the taunt mechanic.
Yeah, they
Is it?
even said that on the forums, didn't they, Jay?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things
like
broken right
they're
now.
investigating it.
No, I just think that
Yeah. Well, update
I
29
don't know.
kind of
Like,
broke
the
stuff.
aggro is screwy sometimes in the last boss Nexus. I don't know what it is. Sometimes the bosses just don't stay next to the tank, no matter what he's doing to them.
And they really should. I mean, they need to fix it a little bit. Where
I don't know how it is hero side, but once in a while, like the boss will have or the tank will have total fucking aggro on like somebody like Primal, and Primal doesn't go nowhere. But sometimes Primal will just up and leave and turn around last boss and start killing people. You know what I mean? That's totally not Primal. And like you could see the tank pulling them, popping shields, doing everything he can.
right.
But for some reason, sometimes they just leave. I don't know, like. And Primal used to never do that. I don't know. Sometimes you have runs and everything goes fine. Sometimes you have runs and no matter what you do to them, you just can't keep them.
You can't. Yeah.
Can't do anything.
Like I pugged Nexus with a really good ice tank the other night. I mean, he was decked out and he was having trouble. He was apologizing the whole way. He was having trouble even getting them to pay attention to him in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Ninja, GCP, and Steam Power, and they just would not stay with him. I mean, and he's a good tank. I think his name's Atom Bomb.
You think they would at least hot fix that ASAP? It's a power that's broken. That can't just be left.
Right. No, you're right, Glenn. You're exactly right.
You get a fire tank in Nexus last boss, though. Even Ninja stands next to that man for some reason. I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah, and then they beat the crap out of him.
I thought if you could keep that man healed, though, you're good.
Oh, boy.
You just have to have certain combinations sometimes. Like, Primal, like with his 10 grand hits over and over and over, will melt down anybody.
Right. Right.
That's just ridiculous. The hits for 10 Gs like that, that's fucked up. And then, like, you get Primal hitting for 10, and then you get, like, GCPD throwing the shield, and that's like another 7 to 8 grand, and then whatever the other boss is doing, you know what I mean? That's a lot of, you're getting crushed there.
It's almost to the point where I like to see Steam Power in the final room.
Oh, yeah, because Steam doesn't really do anything.
He doesn't
Steam
really
don't
hit. Yeah.
much,
If you're
Even,
close
like,
enough,
Dude,
he's almost.
You could take like 2 combos from Steam, or from Steam before he kills you. Like, he'll kill you on the second one, but you could usually get away from the first one, where he does the hold square with the rifle attack. You could usually get right away from that.
Here's something I wanted to bring up that I heard from a player, and I don't think it's right. Do the different bosses drop different gear? They don't,
No,
do they?
man.
No.
It's all random.
There was this one dude that came in, like, we needed a tank, and like the tank that we had, we were plugging a tank, and he was just terrible. Like, we were at first boss, and like the bats were just running around like crazy, man. They were just shitting on everybody. Primal was running around. GCPD was making appearances in the back next to me. I was like, hey, get you and your shield out of here.
Wait a minute. Wasn't this the same tank that picked one of the Batmen on the ends, lunged at him, and let the other three run crazy?
No, I don't think so. It could
Is
have
it
been. I
that?
don't know.
I think it was that terrible
He might have
tank.
been there. His name was like Luminous of Chaos or something like that. Was the tank's name? I don't.
I
mean to
forget.
come-
I don't
I
remember
remember that.
Scrubs. I
But
don't
yeah,
remember Scrubs.
fuck him. But he was like, "Oh, I know the combination of the day. I ran this 3 times." And we got-
I was in that run. The combination of the day. We were all making fun of it.
He's like, "I know the combination of the day." I was like, "No, you don't." He ended up talking so much shit, then paying attention to what he was doing, and he was letting his buffs go down, and he was getting fucking mauled.
Yeah, that guy was terrible.
He just kicked his ass.
For one, he
out.
lied about his gear.
He's like, "Oh, let me check everybody's gear in here," and then I inspect him. I was like, "Oh, green face, bitch."
Yep. Well, I have another story. We were deciding who to kill in the first room, and this guy, I forget who the guy. I think he was a controller or something. He goes, "Well, we can't have Primal in the last room." And I'm like, "Normally you want Primal in the last room, don't you? I mean, he is pretty easy as long as your tank's good." And he said no, because Primal doesn't drop good loot. And he refused to run it. And if we were going to kill Primal at the beginning, he refused to run the raid.
Wow.
Yeah, he said Primal doesn't drop anything good. And everyone was like, huh? And like one other guy was believing him. Like, oh, I didn't know that.
We
And I was
tried
like,
all of that, man. We would always put the worst. We would put the worst possible combination at the end. We'd put like Ninja Future and the Steam at the end. The 3 people who fuck with you the most. And like nothing would happen.
right.
We'd still get shitty loot.
It
And
doesn't
we
matter
tried
what.
it a bunch of times. It's not like we only tried it like 3 times.
The loot table is random. It's got a set kind of loot it drops. It doesn't matter which boss you get. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I mean, if one of the devs can say on the forums or something, no, that's right. It doesn't matter. I want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, because guys trying to screw up the raid just because they think a certain boss doesn't drop an item in the same raid, that's silly. I mean, I just don't think that's right. So
Now, from my experience,
Yeah.
it doesn't even make a difference.
yeah. And no
we
one really
tried.
called him out on it. It was kind of weird. They were like buying into it, and I was like, whatever.
I'm a dick. I'd say something.
I was pugging it, so I didn't want to like rock the boat or anything. So I just went. I didn't say anything.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you guys something.
Ask
I
away.
want to know your opinion on if you think Celestial is OP right now, in terms of DPS.
Couldn't
terms
tell
of
you.
In the right hands, it is. I don't know if it's
It's
OP.
not OP. I seen a dude
Yeah.
on YouTube. He's really good hard light DPS, and he was testing out hard light versus Celestial.
Yeah,
And-
I know who you're talking about too. I actually looked
Yeah,
at
that
some.
Kaiser,
Yeah,
whatever.
Kaiser 007.
Kaiser
made the
007.
Yeah, man, that
Yeah,
dude
he
is
made
really
the
good.
K007 combo.
Yeah, and he put a really good video out
Yeah.
demonstrating it with the numbers and everything like that. And I mean, the Celestial is a really good DPS. I don't know if it's better on more targets or it's better on one target. I'm not positive, but it's a really good DPS. Murder in the league is Celestial, and he's been rocking out with it, man. He's beat Rock a few times. He's been really fucking killing it.
Yeah, I
I was
ran
kind of
with.
impressed
Because
with
there's a 10-page thread on forums right now about people talking about Celestial being a little OP.
Here's my view on it.
I've seen
It
a
is
couple of
little
threads
OP.
mocking that thread too.
It is a little OP, but here's the main reason why it's OP. Anything that even competes with hard light on damage level needs to be nerfed. That's my view.
You know
If
what
it's
it
as strong
is,
as hard light,
Well,
nerf
then
it.
hard light needs to be nerfed.
No, hard light's the exception to every
Oh,
rule.
shut up,
Hard light
Kaiser.
is still good, but hard light isn't the king. You know what I mean? Like every power has its
It's
situation.
strengths.
I mean, hard light is definitely one of the tops, like T5 wise.
Is anybody in the chat channel? So I gotta run my other keyboard if I respond.
But like it's just a new power came out, and now people that have been at power for a while are like, oh, this new power came out and people are beating me, when they get beat every day by other powers, but they don't really complain about it. But now a new power came out and they're getting beat by that new power. Just learn your power and you'd be cool. Who cares? Like, some powers aren't the best power. I mean, like, my DPS is mental, and like, I could fuck up one single boss like nobody else can. You know what I mean? But like, then when we go to the hallways and everything, I lose out on numbers because I only kill one thing at a time. But like, you get me in one of those side rooms, and I kill that first boss faster than anybody else can.
Well, yeah, I agree with
has
you.
Its own strengths.
I agree with you. Certain, like DPS wise, certain areas, other DPSs do well in others. We
Like
got a
when
DPS in our league that's talking about switching from quantum, thinking like, oh, I think it's the power while I'm falling behind. I'm like, it's just situations, dude.
Yeah,
Certain
I mean,
areas,
as
you're gonna get
much as I
outdone. Certain
love
areas, you're
Diamond,
gonna have
and
the
as
advantage.
every jungler
Quantum
should be
is still
watching
a
Diamond,
really good DPS too, though.
It
Quantum
is.
easy mode though.
It is the easiest DPS. That's what I was trying to tell him. Like, it is the easiest. He wants something simple. Like, I don't think it gets more simple than
But
Quantum.
it's definitely a strong DPS. I don't like the way Quantum looks.
Really?
What's wrong with the quantum?
I like how it looks.
It looks.
I hate the
really
big
pretty.
bubbles on your hands for the weapon modifier, and then
Do you like the noises?
they're all right. Gravity well. No, oh my god, I love the noise that Mass Terror makes. It sounds like 1,000 screaming little babies that you're killing. I love it.
Okay.
Where's the disclaimer? We
Where's
need
the
that
disclaimer?
I just like it. It sounds
We
like
don't.
a whole bunch
We
of
here at the podcast, besides Crappy, don't like the sound of screaming babies, dying babies. No.
burning flesh. But I don't like, what is it, Gravity Well too, is like their mass AoE there, like Inferno or whatever you want to call it. To me it looks like a big wobbly Hershey kiss. It's like up and down, like I don't know, it's just weird looking. I think it's ugly looking. I don't like that.
Hershey kiss time.
I have to be a power that I like the looks of it too. You know, not only do I like the play style of it, but I like the way it looks.
I like the looks of Celestial. I like the sound too. I think it sounds decent.
Like, I love Hard Light, man, and my other guy would still be Hard Light if it wasn't for the ugly yellow shit. Like, on the hero side, man, Hard Light looks amazing. On villain side, Hard Light looks like crap. The ram sucks, the whip isn't detailed, the weight, like, everything just looks shitty. On the hero side, like, they fucked us. We had an ugly plow for a fucking ram.
Damn.
Stupid looking.
You're tripping while you're
You
playing.
can't bring me anywhere. I'm an asshole.
Are you on your phone or on your computer?
I'm on my phone. Am I breaking up?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Only a teeny bit, but you're still good.
We do have somebody in the chat, Undertaker Games. What's up, man? How you doing?
Is it one guy?
Probably. Well, we had a couple others, but not in the chat. But I can't log into my chat right now and do that. So.
Oh, I got another thing. How about
Yeah.
now I'm conscious about me breaking up. Son of a bitch, I'm gonna have to turn my computer on. This utility belt for the PC people, you bastards. What the fuck is up with that?
What's that?
The
Oh,
utility belt
I know what
for
he's
this
talking
recruiter
about.
friend.
Oh.
Oh, the recruiter friends stuff. Oh yeah, that's getting a bit of a controversy as well.
What's that? I'm not up on that.
Okay, basically, if you do the recruiter friend and you get up to the highest tier,
You get the
big-
best
utility belt is
in the
this
game.
OP utility belt.
You get the best
Oh,
utility
that's
belt
crazy.
in the game.
I'll put it this way, Cal. It's OP like the Prime helmet. It's got Vite, Resto, everything on it. It's like a 90-something utility belt, like 92, 95, with 4 wild cards and every stat on it. And the stats are outrageous.
Why aren't I playing on the PC then?
It has defense and toughness. It's ridiculous.
You're kidding me.
No,
Are you gonna get it, Glenn?
I'd
Can
have
you
to
recruit 250
25
people?
How many?
It's 25 people.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, 20. I was gonna say 250. Jesus.
I thought it was high. 25? Oh.
25. You could do that. You could do.
I can't even get one from my video.
Yeah. Well,
Dude,
run a
this is what you
special.
do.
Run a special on your YouTube channel. Say, hey.
I'll give you $1.
There you go. I'd pay $25 for that utility belt.
Or just offer a shout out.
You have to technically get people to spend $250.
Ooh.
You have to recruit a player, and then you have to have them spend at least $10.
Oh, okay. Well,
back.
That's not bad. Crappy's back.
If there's some way you could prove that they did it for you, I would just make a video like, look, I need 25 people to say I recruited you. If you do this and I got a list, you will all get shout-outs on the next DCUO project or something.
You could make a 25
If enough people watch the DCUO project.
Good point.
Yeah, we do. We're up to on iTunes. We're up to like 3,500 a month.
A lot of people just do it off iTunes.
Bet you didn't know that, did you, Glenn?
No, because you don't tell me those statistics. You jerk.
Sorry, I'll start sharing you that information, buddy. I'm sorry.
No, but like you could open up 25 new characters yourself and spend $10 on each of them and get it.
That's $250 that you'll spend to get the best utility belt in the game, and every slot is wild card.
I was thinking of this though. What if you got all of your league mates? Say you had 25 league mates, and you got them all to make a new character, and then you just bought $10 worth of replay badges. So $10 worth of replay badges you could use on any character. So that $10 you spent on that character could just be used on your main character. Would that still qualify?
Oh, great! We're
looking for exploits. Yeah.
We're showing ways to cheat on the refer a friend
program.
We're all going to get banned, Crappy. I swear
you can't do that, though. You can just make 25 accounts, spend $10 on each, and there you go. You got it.
Yep.
You could just spend $10 on replay badges on each and have a ton of replay badges because you're eventually going to buy replay badges if you're legendary. Or do you have to have a whole new PlayStation name and everything? Or like,
if it was PlayStation, you'd have to probably have a whole new PlayStation.
Yeah, I bet it's accounts.
For PC, you just create a Sony account, which takes like 2 seconds.
So you have to have a whole new account, and you wouldn't be able to access your other character on it, correct?
No.
Right.
All right. Because if you could do it from like your same account name, you know what I mean, and then just create a whole bunch of characters, and then you could just reuse the replay badges toward your main, and because you're eventually gonna use utility or replay badges, so it wouldn't be a loss.
Well, per recruit, you get either 60 replay badges, an R&D scanner, a radar scanner, or an experience booster.
Damn.
You get to choose for each recruit that you get.
And you're getting base items and all kind of stuff.
You see, I don't see them doing that on PS3.
No, they won't be able to do it on PS3.
But we need a way to get that utility belt.
No, what they need to do is remove that utility belt, because you don't even. The biggest thing is that you don't even have to be a member to wear the utility belt. You don't need Hand of Fate to have that.
Ah.
Oh yeah, that's kind of nice.
Man, they're showing favoritism.
You know, it's only in beta on PC, and I think once it comes to PS4, it'll be available on PS4. I don't see it happening.
You know what? I'm going to put this out there. Jens, Meps, we need that utility belt on PS3. Just do a promotion like this month. If you spend $50 on DCUO Marketplace items, you get this belt. $100, you get the other belt.
See, that's ridiculous. That's just pay to win.
Yeah.
No, that really is.
I want that belt.
There, you know, I'm not down with that.
Well, Kaiser will find a way to glitch it anyway. So
the thing is if they do that, then I'm gonna call DC Universe as bad as Maple Story right now.
I don't mind people buying
they're not gonna do that
and everything, because you still need to complete the content to advance. But like, just paying $250, creating a bunch of characters, and getting that awesome utility belt, that's definitely pay to win.
Is this one of your hate things, like the plasmic aura?
Oh, I finally got one. No, I'm not hating on it, man. That's
I'm
cool.
talking about Glenn.
I have one
full
already.
hatred for plasmic auras.
I think I'm the only one here that doesn't have one. I don't know if Jay has one or not, but
no.
I didn't really care about it. I thought it looked kind of ugly. It didn't fit. It didn't fit my character.
It was something that was going to be discontinued. It's the only reason I really wanted it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just didn't really care about it. If I could make some money off of it, but there's other ways to make money. But yeah, that's interesting. I had not heard about that utility belt at all.
Yeah, a lot of people are blowing up about it, and
Yeah, I imagine.
The only thing I think any developer said about it was, we thought it would be a good deal to throw in the utility belts.
Well, what they need to do, in my opinion, is make an open world boss that's really difficult.
They're talking about doing the Trigon one, right?
I don't know if that's the case, but when the PS4 comes out, so we're on equal footing with the PC, they need to make an open world boss where that utility belt has a 1 in 100 chance of dropping.
Yeah, they need to put it somewhere in the game.
And make the open world boss really difficult where you need like 20 people in the area to beat it, at least. That would be pretty epic, in my opinion. It also brings some people back to the game.
You know, before they do an open world boss, though, even if you need 20 people, they need to fix one aspect of this game. We need powers to stack again. It doesn't help if you got 10 fire DPS around this open world boss and only one Inferno counts.
Yeah, I don't mind them making the new raid content really difficult. Give us stackable abilities.
Yeah, they need to put stacking in before we get a world boss.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's pointless no matter how many people you got.
I just don't get why they took it away in the first place. We used to have it.
Long time ago, I think.
Yeah, because not having stackable power just kind of it causes too many problems.
I think that PvP removed it. I think people in PvP complained about it.
Well, don't make them stackable in PvP.
No, here's my thing.
I'm talking about like back in the day, people would be like, well, when there's 3 fire, whatever's on me, like I can't. It does too much damage, and it's just like, well, then move off of it.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They want to complain to get it nerfed. Like, you telling me you don't have 2 brain cells that are like, I'm getting hurt if I stand here and just swing. Maybe I should move. Like, no, complain about it and get it nerfed. Why you have to move?
Yeah.
Come on.
The biggest thing is, like, unfortunately for DC, is that a lot of the casuals get a lot of the say.
Yeah,
for like how adjustments are coming, which doesn't make sense when they don't. Usually, casuals don't stick around for more than a month or 2.
Right.
So when they do get invested enough into the game to post on the forums, they're gone by the time the change actually comes.
Right.
I just think it's stupid. They should have never taken it away because you could just move out of it. Like, if there's 3 Infernos, the smart thing is to move. Don't just stand there, swing a weapon, and complain when you die. That's your own fault.
Plus, PvE and PvP shouldn't even coexist. I mean, it should be 2 separate worlds, and don't let it stack in PvP, but let it stack in the PvE content. Because it's you against the environment. It's not you against another player. So
I wouldn't even care if it's stacked in PvE or PvP, because it legitimately is just move out of the field.
Right.
I mean, people can still... They didn't get it nerfed because, I mean, you could still do that. What are they going to do if they get a pug group and they're sitting in a gravity well, an Inferno, a magic circle, and a wintry tempest at the same time? They're going to complain that all moves shouldn't stack. 1 circle counts as all.
Or one thing you can do is make all PvP matches, make the group limit 4. Like, you can't have more than 4 in your group. Screw 8 on 8.
No, because... See, like, another thing that people don't like about DC is that 8 is the highest group you can have when other MMOs have things like 20, 30, 10.
That would turn my
Really?
PlayStation
Because I
right
see
off.
a lot of people calling for nerfs from PvP when stuff is overpowered in a 1v1 situation, and DC isn't balanced towards a 1v1.
Well, here's the thing. You can't have more than 8. You imagine how laggy the PS3 side would get with more than 8 on teams?
Well, once PS4 comes out...
They could probably up it to 10.
See, and that's the thing that people always get wrong. Once the PS4 comes out, there's still going to be a PS3 version.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is that
right.
PS3 also has all these options now of turning down the graphics and things like that.
It's their fault.
Doesn't work though. I have my graphics turned down and it's still laggy.
Yeah, I tried
The
it.
PC
I turned
is
mine back up.
the PC's just better. I mean, it's the game is for the PC. I mean, if PS3 played like PC, we wouldn't even be having these conversations. You know, it wouldn't be.
Yeah,
an
we're
issue.
limited to what we can do, where
Well,
people
look,
on the PC aren't.
The bad part is when we get PS4, we're going to be able to tell those people they're still on PS3.
Oh
It's going to
yeah,
be like you go into a Nexus, like you're in and out of the loading screen in 5 seconds. Like, hey, wait, it's been like 30 seconds. Why are those guys still standing at the entrance?
yeah, and family.
They're PS3 players in loading screens.
You know, people are going to be calling out for people
Yeah,
with
I was just
PS4s.
about to say that, like PS4 players only.
Yeah,
Looking
like
for-
only PS4. I mean, how would they know? But they'll be able to know. Like you go into family, you know, we're over. PS3 players will be over there fighting in the world while they're still in the loading screen, like Kaiser was saying.
Well,
you know.
honestly, I can see people shouting for that because it's also stuff like Nexus with PS4. There won't be invisible shields
Right.
or
They'll
catches
be-
probably because they'll load up for us. It's
Right.
like, we don't need you not seeing the blue on you and killing us all. If you're on PS3,
Let's hope. I mean, we're
I can see
assuming it's going to be
some
like
elitists
that.
are going to try and do it. Some people are going to try and do it.
Yeah,
I could just see the shouts now.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Need rolls for wave 101 CR PS4 only.
Oh,
People's
it's
shouts
probably
are
gonna happen.
ridiculous
Oh, I
nowadays.
know. I saw a shout yesterday, and I'm not making this up. Kondak speed feet run 80 plus CR only.
I've seen that too.
I'm like,
no.
really?
Oh my gosh! It was. I think it was like a. It was also for like Brainiac subconstruct and stuff.
Right.
And I literally said in looking for group, I was just like, man, we're falling on rough times. We now need 80 CR people to speed feet Kondak and shit like that. Everyone in looking for group was like, lol.
I always get on people that shout retarded shit in LFG.
Yeah,
Is 101 CR even possible?
I don't.
Yeah.
It is.
It is?
Yep.
I thought 100 was the max.
Now I'm 100, and I know a couple people that are 101.
Oh,
Nice.
And I have it confirmed. I know somebody who sent me a picture of them because I didn't believe them.
Nice.
but that probably
You
takes
should have
like
sent me
what,
that
almost
picture,
full
man. I could have
88.
put it up on the stream.
What's that take? Like full 88? Expert
I don't know,
mod?
man. I have like
It's got to be full 88.
Yeah, I guess I have every piece that you can get except rings and faces. I don't have 88 rings or face, but I have all the gear.
Mixed between
wise.
DPS and healer.
No, I have them all for DPS. I only have 88 legs or 88 feet for healing. I'm not lucky enough to get anything for healing. That's another thing they should fucking do. Up the support roll drops for traces and time gear.
Well, the problem is it's not the fact that the support drops are lower. It's the fact that it's skewed.
Oh no, the
since-
support drops are lower. I should
No.
not have a full set of DPS gear.
Well,
and
let me
one
finish.
piece of healer gear.
It's the fact that it's skewed between since they added that extra DPS set. Because now 40% of all the drops are DPS. You got 2 DPS sets and one of each of the other ones. It's almost half DPS gear already, so you're going to get a lot more DPS. It's
really
just skewed
frustrating,
the amount of
too.
gear.
Sucks. I hate it. You go walk around and just inspect random people in the Hall of Doom, and DPSs most of the time have 3 pieces of purple gear on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You inspect
Yep.
healers and tanks and trolls.
They
you
may
know,
have one.
You're lucky if they got one piece.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, it's
I think the
bad.
only thing I ever got was that neck piece
You know.
and the utility belt that's purple.
I don't have any of the healer stuff. I got some DPS 88, but I don't have healer. It's crazy. No, I agree with you, Crappy.
They should definitely just up the drop rate on that stuff a little more. Like, why don't you just help out the people who play the support roles? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Instead of the DPS so much.
Right.
That's like the other people are doing just as much of a job too. You know?
They just need to make everything unattuned.
No, that would solve it right there.
Yeah, that would
Bam.
solve the problem.
Like one thing that I hate about DC is a lot of their stuff is just super inconsistent and sloppy.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, why do Marks of War still drop from the Breaking Steel and making them mad quest. Like, it makes absolutely no sense why that is still there. Because all you do is you go into your inventory and convert it.
Right.
What's the point? What's the point of having marks even appear in your inventory?
I hate that.
It's just hectic.
Yep.
It's stupid. It doesn't even serve a purpose. I have no idea why that's in the game.
Some
Then there's
people
other
are complaining on the forums that, oh, I'm missing marks when I complete these fucking raids, like when we were doing the T5 or the T4 ops outside.
Is that really why they
People
do
were
that?
complaining. They're like, oh, I'm getting ripped off. I didn't get the marks for this boss, blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, you did. You just don't know how to fucking count. Shut up. So then they fucking started putting them in your inventory so you have proof that you got them. So that way you could accidentally delete them.
Yep.
Well, that's because everyone thought they got 10 marks still, but those were only worth 6.
People complain about the most retarded shit. Like, there's this dude on the forum right now, and he's complaining that nature healing is OP. Nature healing is not OP.
I was watching that forum, and I saw you in that.
Oh my god, yeah. I was talking so much shit on this guy. I was
this
actually
dude a
trying to
tank
get a
too?
Well, we
close
need
down
the
on
healing OP to deal with the Nexus beating and the wave.
You know what? It's not even OP either. It's just
Right.
a different style than the other ones. Like, if I'm trying to heal the tank and only the tank, I'm wasting a ton of power trying to heal the tank
Right.
because I have to prime Blossom all the time. I have to use 2 powers, whereas a sorcery healer could just stand there with his carpet under it and just hit rejuve over and over and over and heal the tank effortlessly.
Yep.
Now me, I got to go through all kind of crazy button spamming to fucking heal the tank. Like
this
people
guy a
don't
tank
get
himself?
that. What'd you say?
The guy that's complaining, isn't he a tank himself?
Yeah, he's an earth tank.
Oh, there's your problem right there.
Well, why is he complaining?
And he's like, oh, Earth is such a terrible tank. Like, he has an Earth guide and everything, I guess. And I guess he's like, oh, Earth is... Somebody was saying, he was like, oh, Earth is underpowered. It's a terrible tank. And actually, man, I've seen a bunch of fucking really good Earth tanks run through Nexus. Like, I would think they were an ice tank if I wasn't looking at the powers they were using. Like, he probably does a good job on it too, but he's just a complainer. He just wants to get a power nerfed for some reason. My theory was, he has a healer, and he always gets out healed by the nature guy.
Big deal. Who cares?
As long as you get through the content.
Yeah, as
Right.
long as you complete it.
He's just like, oh, all you have to do is hit Savage Growth Metabolism, and you could heal the whole raid. And he's like, first boss room, you don't have to use any in Nexus. First boss room, you don't have to use anything with Savage Growth and Metabolism.
That's false.
Bullshit. What happens when the
that's
tank gets
complete
fucked
bullshit.
up? What
Right.
happens when Ninja or anybody, any one of the bosses target somebody and fucking start murdering them? You're not going to Savage Growth Metabolism somebody back to
You're
life.
going to have to keep using the power interaction. Savage Growth Blossom, you're going to have to prime it up. You're going to have to throw those shields. You're going to have to keep up a massive group heal.
Why
You're gonna
would a
have to bust
tank
your balls.
complain? Why would a tank try to get any healer nerfed? That
Dude,
doesn't
and
make
nature
any
has
sense.
been out for so long, and nature has been nerfed so many times. So many things screwed with it. Like, and now nature is fine. Nature is in line with what it does. Nature is a group healer. That's what it does. That's why it heals everybody, because that's what it's made for. It's made to heal a whole group of people. Sorcery is more of a, I'm going to heal the shit out of the tank power.
Right.
And sorcery is really good still. Like,
And when you're healing the tank, your numbers are going to be huge.
mm-hmm.
Because the tank's taking a beating, especially in Nexus.
And I
Yeah,
try
And tanks
love
get
it.
a
I
healing
love
buff.
sorcery.
like every other healers heal over time overrides nature's heal over time. Like, if everybody's standing in the sorcery circle of protection, I don't get any healing numbers until people start to take more damage than the
Me
carpet.
too. Yeah, I'm Celestial now, and I ran with a sorcery the other
sorcery's
day.
carpet overrides everybody. Like,
Yeah.
everybody's heal over time has a priority, and
Right.
nature's heal over time is last on the priority
Yep.
list. Everybody else is getting numbers off of it because obviously nature has the range advantage and it's always healing everybody. So they give everybody else heal over time priority. So then they're still getting plenty of numbers and they're actually still healing people.
Yep.
And he's like, I don't know. And then this one guy's like, oh, Blossom is a glitched power. He's like, it heals everybody in the raid.
No, that's a power interaction. You have to
And,
do
like,
two moves to make it do
He's
that.
like, it doesn't say that in the fucking description. And then somebody put the actual thing up, and then I quoted it too again. That, like, if there's pheromones on people and you hit Blossom, it's gonna heal everybody for it absorbs all the pheromones. It heals everybody for an equal amount. Some shit like that. It says. And I was like, you don't even know how to read, man. And then this guy's trying to tell me how nature works. I'm like, I know how nature works. I've been in it for like over 2 years. I know I heal every day with it. I know exactly how it works. I was like, you can't just heal stuff with savage growth and metabolism. It's not OP.
I have a title for this episode: "Crappy Rants on Nature," or on the forums, actually.
God, that guy is
No,
such
that's
an.
good.
And I said some really rude comments, and the mod had to delete it. And posted, he's gonna shut the forum down. He had to delete my shit. I was such an asshole in the one. I was like, man, you're not. I was like, you're not even nature. You have no idea what you're talking about. A bunch of people commented and said, you don't know what you're talking about. They're like, people are like, it's perfectly fine. Blah blah blah. There's like 2 people that think it's OP.
Well, here's what you need to do, Crappy. You need to get your microphone and make a YouTube video explaining all this stuff with your commentary.
You
No,
really
because
should do that.
I have a tendency to say, fuck you, you're an idiot. Shut up.
No,
That's
this
okay.
is what you need to do.
Do just that.
That's okay.
And then at the end of the
just that.
video, you can go ahead and do what you just said.
No, this is what you do.
Ridiculous.
Turnabout's fair play. Just tomorrow, open a forum post and be like, Earth tanking is OP. It needs to be nerfed.
He has a video of him doing a
And
thread
just piss him
for-
off.
In his Earth guide, he has a fucking video of him tanking the first boss room in Nexus with only 3 powers: a pull, something else, and something else. I should. Oh, that's OP. You're only using 3 powers. He doesn't even have any powers on his loadout, and he's still doing a real good job. He has 3 powers. He has
Yeah, they
the
need to
grip
nerf.
and 2 other powers,
That's crazy.
and he was doing a really good job. Granted, he was facing Lex Luthor's.
Well, there you go.
Nah, I guess when they're all together like that, they're probably still beasts, but they
Right.
don't really put a hurt on the group. They probably still fuck the tank up plenty.
Yeah,
Please,
one of
Lex
them may
Luthor's
like
gonna-
put some green mist on you or something. You know, oh boy.
The Lex Luthors couldn't kill a training dummy in the Watchtower, let alone in a raid.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right, so what else is on the plate to talk about?
I don't know. We
I don't think
have-
there's really. I think we covered pretty much everything because there's, like I said, there was nothing really major coming in game update 30 until they start patching it a little more.
Yeah,
Let me
I
go
was a
through-
little disappointed. I'm wanting armories.
I was like, what is that? There's nothing, and then it made me think like, there's got to be at least another update coming right after 30.
Well, I
Oh,
So
think
like 2 weeks after 30, they're probably.
I
doing
think
31.
armories is going to be the update that leads into the next DLC. I really
Maybe.
do.
I'm thinking they're gonna release the UI armories and League halls before PS4 launches. That'd be nice.
It would be nice. I wouldn't hold my breath on that, but
I wouldn't either, but I mean, come on. How sexy would that be for PS4 consumers to download DC Universe Online and then they're like, check this new shit that just came out, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, don't you want to play DC Universe Online?
Yeah.
People would be like, fuck yeah, I want to play DC Universe Online.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I'm a little pessimistic about that happening before the next DLC.
I want to at least see the UI change before freaking PS4
Yeah.
launches, please.
Yeah.
I don't
Please,
even
please.
care about that.
Well, today,
You're
today's
gonna care
September
about it. Have you
15th.
seen that? Have you seen the UI customizations? Looks so sexy.
The only thing I want to be able to customize is I would like to put the tank's name on the top of the list. Like when we were in a raid,
you'll be able to probably move around the whole party names anywhere you freaking
Yeah,
want.
that's true.
I would like to, because it's a lot easier to find the tank on the top of the list, because
Right.
that's the person you're
I
keeping
know-
an eye on.
I know
most,
for
like, if
sure
you-
I'm going to have my health right next to my powers, and I'm also going to have the enemy's health right next to my powers, so I
Right.
can see what's in front of me, and it's just going to be so much more effective. I can't wait for that.
Yep.
Yeah, it would be
So
nice to
much-
have the enemy's life bar right above your powers.
Yep.
Then you're not looking all. I
That'd
guess
be
I don't
awesome.
know. I really don't look anywhere. I look at the boss. I guess it's cool where it is for me. My only gripe is I'd like to be able to put the tank's name at the top of the player list in the raid. It's just easier for me to pick them out of the group then, because I don't care if you other guys die. I'm just trying to keep the tank alive so Batman will jump on me.
Okay.
So let's get back to the content being super inconsistent and sloppy.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Oh my gosh. Let's talk about how the Raven bounty gives you a quest that's all like, all right, pick any piece of armor you want, but the home turf bounties are still random as fuck.
No, I thought they were talking. I thought I heard somewhere they were talking when they go back to tier 4 and make it for individual loot that people wanted them to make the
They better.
those
Yeah,
two
they're gonna
bounties
do
work the
that.
They
same.
need to do a lot of stuff. They need to recycle content and put in tier 4 duos. They need to do at least one more tier 4 alert. Make Gorilla Island and Bloodhaven tier 4 alerts.
All they're going to do is if they make tier 4 alerts, they're going to take like one alert from each category and mark it up to tier 4.
Yeah, they're not going to add in
Just go to Gotham Wastelands and friggin' farm Raven all day.
Why don't they just make Bloodhaven and Gorilla Island tier 4 alerts?
Because who wants to do Gorilla Island and Bloodhaven over and over, really?
Why don't they just make Gates an alert?
An alert version of Gates.
Bloodhaven and Gorilla Island still don't have a hard mode. It would only make sense if they're going to recycle content.
I can see him do it with Bloodhaven. I don't see Gorilla Island.
I don't see why not. It's already there.
Yeah.
Make it either a duo or a freaking alert. They need to fill in that gap. It looks so sloppy. They also need to freaking put in loot for CC bounties so that crap can at least get run a lot more.
Picky.
I mean,
they need to make
how often do you see
of
CC
Wave
bounties
and
actually
Nexus.
being run?
How often do you need a group? I could just wander around and solo all of them at this point in full T5 plus. I mean, it's not really a bounty no more. It's a random NPC. I just go over and beat the crap out of it.
Dude, look at this elitist. I'll go over and solo.
I'll solo all of them. Watch.
I did before. I did the cyborg, and he's like one of the hardest ones back in the day.
Prove it. I want to see a video.
No, we're all going over to Cyborg when we're done here. We're gonna watch you get killed.
Watch it.
We talk about it. It's tier 5 gear plus home turf. You put out the accomplice.
Oh
you
no!
Put out a couple pets.
No.
That makes sense now.
Yeah, you put out a couple pets.
Drop, accomplice.
Let's do it. I'll record it.
I'll
record it. We'll see if he knocks you out.
And next colas? Nah, I'm not dying anytime soon.
Go in there with PvP armor, and you won't die.
Solo.
But yeah, I was a little disappointed in Update 30 as far as the content. You know, I'm expecting too much too soon. But
they just need to go back and adjust some of the old content a little bit. Like, make CC bounties replayable so I can get that 500 bounty feat already. Or 200, what is it? Yeah, it's 500.
Wait, they never made those replayable yet?
No.
God, you can even replay the Toy Man missions. Why can't you replay those?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's freaking annoying that I can only do 9 per day.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like I don't know. It seems like maybe the developers are on a rush to make whatever deadline they have, and then they go back and say, "Oh, we should have done it this way." You know what I mean? Like they do seem to have some oversights on how they lay out their content.
Yeah,
to make it make sense, like progression wise.
I remember they've had so many like mess ups in the past, like tokens of merit. Like 2 updates later, they make it to where Marks of Triumph you get like 30,000 in a day. So tokens of merit were just obsolete ASAP.
Yeah, really. It should keep going. They should make that keep going and just double the requirement every time. You know, why stop it? Whatever it is, like you said, 30,000. They should make that go. Make the next one 60, 120. 240, you know.
No, I don't think that extreme, but I do think they should.
Well, yeah, why not, Kaiser?
No, because I think it should be more progression. It's already goes to 25. I think the next should be 50. And I think you should get 50 feat points every 50,000 marks of merit. It should be 50 to 100 to 150 to 200 to 250.
Oh, you'd be OP then.
It's not going to be OP. Come on.
No, they'll never go past 50 points for one achievement.
No,
but
I'm
they
not
really
saying
do need to go back.
Saying...
They need to go back on a lot of content and just kind of fix it up or add new features. Like CC bounties would be ran a lot more if the bounties actually dropped some kind of loot.
I think they should fix the content that they have out now.
They need to fix a lot of content that's out now. I wouldn't be surprised if like Bloodhaven or Gorilla Island had a whole bunch of bugs in them. People don't run them as much anymore.
How long you figure before Game Update 30 comes out?
What is there to test? I don't even know why it's on the test server.
For their purposes.
If that's all it is, next week should be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
should
that's
be.
what I'm saying. There's really nothing to test.
Yeah.
Unless they plan on adding something to it that's like way more.
Well, if they do plan on adding something to it, we're already halfway through September, you know. Sometime in the next 2 to 4 weeks, they're probably going to be getting ready to drop that Halloween content.
Yep.
We got to remember.
So you don't know if that's going to be this update or next update.
You got to
If they have
remember.
anything else to add, it'll be this update.
I can see them adding nothing to it.
Today is
No, I don't
September.
think they're
Today
adding
is September 15th. There's 8 weeks until the PS4 launch. Will this game be on it at launch? That's a big issue.
The game is going to be on it at launch, they said.
Yeah, they even have it in the PSN
Right,
store. You got a
okay.
section coming soon to it.
They've
or
got
they-
8 weeks. They've got less than 8 weeks now.
To put
Look.
more stuff in the game to make
This
it
is
real sexy for PS4 owners.
this is what you haven't considered, Count. It will be available day 1 for launch. They never said it'll work right.
Well, that's kind of what I'm driving
It'll
at.
be available.
That's
I mean,
what I'm kind of
saying.
driving at, Kaiser.
It might be mega server. Like, you're going to have to give it a few days.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
I don't know.
Hopefully it works good.
Hopefully it does. I hope
Hopefully
there's
it's
the
like
best
they
of.
said. Hopefully it's seamless. That would be awesome. And hopefully
Yeah.
you can see the shields in Nexus, the final room of Nexus.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, that is a big deal.
Or no fake shields.
They
Yeah.
need to change this shit.
I
with,
hate the fake shields.
You still getting the blue shit in the shields and killing everybody.
Now I pugged it last night and there were no fake shields, none. Of course, we had a guy without a microphone that didn't know that the second shield goes to the tank, and he kept getting second shield. The only guy in the group that didn't have a microphone was getting the second shield, and he did not know to go to the tank. And it finally happened 4 times, or 3 times we wiped because he got the second shield 3 times in a row. I mean, what are the odds of that? And then finally they threatened to kick him out of the group unless he listened or got his mic going. So finally he responded in the chat saying, okay, I know now. I guess he didn't know that, but...
See, that's why you got to adjust your shots like everyone else and be like, need 96 plus or
Microphones.
98 plus CR
Microphones.
for Nexus mics only.
Yeah. I thought they were going to kick me out of that group the other night because I was getting too excited.
Well, that's because
Get him
I
up,
mean,
get him up. I don't know. I get
Well, that's
wound up
because
every
you're
once
only
in a while.
91 CR.
Come on,
with them
guys, get 'em
38
up.
skill points. You were happy to finally beat it with your 90 with your
Whatever,
90
I've beaten
CR,
it.
38 skill points
Shut up, Kaiser. I got more skill points than you by 1.
by 1. 138 versus 139 on
If
5
I played as much as you, Kaiser, I'd have 150. You know that.
I know he
Hey,
I
plays.
still suck at the game. I
Too
still
much.
suck at the game, but at least I'd have a lot of skill points.
Ain't no Rock Arlington.
Oh.
I don't understand how I have more points than Kaiser if he plays more than me.
He doesn't
Because
play.
I took months off at the time.
He doesn't play as much as we tease him about it.
Yeah, they're just messing around.
Don't let him fool you. He is
And I
on
get
at 8 in
sidetracked
the
with
morning
my alt.
till 4 at night.
I get sidetracked a lot with my
He
alt.
has an
They keep trying
alarm.
to make me delete.
He has
Stop
an
trying to
alarm
make
for
me
when he
delete my
wakes
alt.
up.
Plus, we don't really skill point hunt that much. You know what I mean? We really don't.
I do.
And you play a lot more PvP than we do, Glenn. So
Oh yeah,
That's
I don't
true.
like
Yeah.
PvP. Speaking
I have
of
a lot of
PvP, can I
PvP.
call someone out?
we're gonna wrap
Sure.
it up here in about 5 minutes. But yeah, go ahead. Last
I thought
5
you were gonna
minutes,
be like,
we'll
"Oh, we're
call.
gonna wrap it up right now. We'll see you guys next time."
No, because I like calling out PvP scrubs and talking shit.
Are you really leaving, Glenn?
No. I'm just-
Oh, I got one thing
Okay,
before you start the
here-
bashing.
All right,
No,
let Crappy
no, I
talk,
got-
and then
Something that
Come
needs
on.
to be fixed is the reserve tank for your chest mod.
what's wrong with
Anybody have a problem with that?
it?
I know everybody who runs with it has a problem with it.
Like
The
what?
trolls could never fill your
Controllers,
power bar
yeah.
up. It's like
I know
it's
about it.
glitched in some weird way.
It's like once you get below,
Once you
once you
get
get to
below
actual
a certain amount, you
875 or
could
something.
never get that power back unless you're out of combat and like it regenerates
You're
by
kidding
itself.
me.
Or
See,
you drink
I've
a
never
cola or
used it.
something.
I didn't
The
know about
trolls
that.
can never give you back that power for some reason. Like once they start giving you your power back, it'll stop at a certain point, like it's topped off, and it'll start giving it to other people instead of topping you off. It's really weird.
That is weird. I've never even used that.
I was running it trying to just experimenting with it because normally I run the extended supercharge. And the trolls were like, "Man, are you using all your power?" I was like, "No, I'm not using any power. You know me." And fucking, they could not fill me up.
Were you healing or were you
Healing.
DPSing?
I was healing.
So you don't run core strength, you run extended
I run
supercharge.
extended
I
supercharge,
run
yeah,
extended.
just in
Also.
case. I use my supercharges for like to keep me alive when fucking
Right.
Ninja Batman comes tracking me down,
I got you.
or everybody runs out of power. You know, I could give the trolls a little bit of power to just throw one recharge. You know what I mean, back and forth to each other, and then it gets them out of that hole.
I got you.
But yeah, that shit needs to be fixed. It
Yes,
would
it
be a really
does.
good mod if it wasn't screwed up. All right, Kaiser.
All right, Kaiser, you have the floor. Call out. I think I know where you're going with this. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, a certain legendary person. You know, I'm no. I
take no
see
part in
heroes
it.
trying a lot, but seriously, when there's 5 to 8 people standing around for the Raven bounty in Wastelands, and you want to come over there by yourself, jump in the middle of 8 people and get killed 5 times, and then start crying in versus chat like, "Y'all some ganking bums! Why don't you 1v1 me, you weakling?" and start crying this shit. What the fuck, dude? You jump a raid group, and then you want to cry that we're not 1v1ing you, that we're ganking you when you jump in the middle of us.
Are you talking about Legendary Lou?
Legendary Lou is a scrub and a crybaby. Whatever league has Legendary Lou,
Yeah, but has he
honestly, you should kick him because he's bringing down your rep.
But has he beaten Wave? Oh, anyway.
Ooh, you guys are rough.
This
That's
dude
cold.
was in full
Ooh.
PvP gear, and he couldn't beat any of us in PvP.
Does he have 3-hour league runs on Nexus? I don't know. I
No,
shouldn't
and
talk.
I don't think he has a creepy YouTube name either.
My God, this is the part of the podcast I don't take part in anymore.
Oh, whatever.
You
Whatever.
guys are
We both
terrible.
know that's a lie. We both know
Oh my
that's a lie.
God.
Well, you got anything to say, Jay, to wrap up? You got anything to say?
I
Never
got
has
something to say.
You always have something to say.
If you're a
This is the
hero,
Crappy Heel Show. We're just going to rename it. Go ahead, Crappy. Go ahead.
if you're a hero and you're camping the fucking Raven Bounty area like it's fucking regular Gotham and you're trying to fucking kill everybody that's actually doing something,
Like the Soldiers of Light.
get a fucking life.
Yep.
Seriously.
You see, I don't care if they even do that. I just don't want to hear you crying in versus chat when you jump a group of 8 people and you start complaining that we didn't fight you one-on-one. What we're all supposed to break, like, okay, hold on, it's a hero. We each have to take our turn and fight him separately, even though he jumped all 8 of us.
I love when they
Don't
start
cry when you get ganked when you jump into the middle of a mob of villains.
Jay loves it when they start crying. I think it's kind of funny, too. Gives us something to talk about.
I came in there the other day and all the heroes, there was like 9 or 10 of them or something, man, and they were just all chilling right there. And then as soon as the villains start with the bounty, what happens?
There
The
they come.
heroes jump in and beat them up once the bounty started.
Yep.
I was like, that's fucking lame. I was like, at least you could just beat them up. Don't like wait for the bounty to start so then they're getting fucked up from the bounty and jump
Right.
in too. I don't know if they get fucked up from the bounty too. I don't know.
We need to set a trap for him. We need to be hiding, and we see him coming, and then we just go over there and beat the crap
But you
out
know
of
what,
him.
man? Most people are in PvE gear, and well, everybody's
Well, that's
in
the
PvE
thing, that-
gear,
that's
and they're
why
in there
they do
doing
it.
PvE. And then the heroes are like, oh,
We're so
it's
good.
it's PvP phase.
We're so good we're so good in PvP.
They were doing that the third day that the new content was out. I was like, you really telling me that you did all of this, got all these feats completed, all of these
No.
missions on the third day, and you have nothing better to do and you're gonna stand here and PvP people.
They've
and
all
just
got
beat
the high
people up
hopes
there
Wait,
trying
but
to
you
do
have to
shit?
stand there as a group and have full PvP gear versus people trying to do missions in PvE gear, and you need a bounty's help. You're sad.
And then they're like, "This is PvP face scrub. Shut the fuck up." I'm like, bitch, that's why you have 70 skill points. Get your ass in the alert and get a feat or something.
You
Get
know,
out.
that's something they should add to PvP. Every 10 skill points should give you an extra, like, stat bonus on your PvP stats, like an extra 100 toughness. Then the low skill point people just get beaten down.
You know, the game primarily revolves around PvE.
Well, of course.
And, like, I
It
love
does.
the people that are like, fucking PvP for life, bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, if you think you're awesome at PvP, that's awesome. This is a terrible game to be competitive in. If you want to be
I
competitive,
agree.
go play an actual competitive game. You know, don't play DC and think you're fucking hot as shit.
Oh, that's my thing
This
exactly.
is the worst fucking game ever to compete in that I've ever played, with the blocking, the immunities, all the
Oh.
fucking random bullshit. Like, if I wanted to play chess, I would fucking play chess. You know, like, it's not even chess. It's just fucking retarded.
DC isn't balanced towards 1v1. If they want to play competitive or talk trash, you know, take it to a game like, you know, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Marvel, something like that, where you'll just get wrecked 100% of the time against someone with skill when it's balanced towards 1v1. Don't come on here like, I beat you because I have pets and skill. Like, get out of here. You need NPCs to win a fight.
Well, even on Guild Wars 2, more people play PvP than they do PvE in Guild Wars 2 because of the world versus world tournaments and all that
Well,
stuff.
that and because Guild Wars 1 was just a PvP game.
Right.
That's all Guild Wars 1 was.
Well, Guild
So
Wars
it's a
2...
PvP game that evolved into a...
Guild Wars 2 has that epic
Uh-huh.
world versus world, server versus server kind of thing, you know, where it's 50 versus 50 and you have forts and catapults and shit that you can craft and all that stuff, you know. So, yeah,
I
it's a
enjoy
big,
PvE,
you know,
man.
they actually have tournaments. They don't have, like, Friday Night Legends, but
I still
Friday
prefer
Night,
PvE.
oh my gosh.
they don't have,
I'm
they don't
getting-
have
I'm getting annoyed
bogus
with Friday Night
community
Legends
run
now.
tournaments.
I'm getting annoyed with Friday Night Legends now.
Remember
But
when I
they do
dropped
now.
down on episode 1 in the middle of all the heroes and they beat me in like 2 seconds, and I didn't cry in versus chat, did I? I should have started crying. Oh, you
Yeah.
gankers.
It's become such a joke now, because now they're like scrounging up random people, anyone they can. They have to like have repeats of people that have already been on there because no one gives a fuck about Friday Night Legends.
No, it's just PvP gets old after a while. There's only so much you can do in the
Once
game.
you've
It doesn't
seen one
evolve
PvP
like PvE.
match, you've
Right.
seen them all.
But another thing is it's just
How often
like
do they
people
add new
people
PvP
want to
content?
see like new content get announced. So when they go on the page, or you know, DC Universe Online website, and they see that the new post is Friday Night Legends episode 21, and it's got like 3 exclamation marks, and they're like, make sure you tune in and stuff, and like nobody gives a fuck about it.
I mean, I like Friday Night Legends. I just wish they could mix it up somehow.
I
You
wish
know
they
what
had more PvE content.
I'd rather watch
challenges
people
and stuff.
actually do Legends than regular 5v5s and stuff.
Yeah.
To make
That's
it
the other
more
thing.
interesting would be to like add some kind of like new thing every time. Be like, hey, we're gonna have this new guild, you know, play in a map that's coming out soon. Like, you know,
Yeah, that would be
have
awesome.
sneak peeks on
Yeah.
Friday Night
You know,
Legends. People would
even
shit
if they-
their pants.
Even if they kept it mostly PvP, they should keep it Legends. Legends is the most balanced PvP in this game.
Except for, you know,
Steel.
Steel.
No, they
And
nerfed him down. He's not
and
bad
now
anymore.
Steel
Now
is still the
Sinestro
1v1
and Hal
king,
Jordan
though.
is still being complained about.
Yeah.
Like, they should have a PvP segment and a PvE segment. Because, like, a player like me, I'm not going to watch something that's just a bunch
Yeah,
of
I don't-
PvP and people
watch
beating each
PvP.
other's faces in. But, like, if there was going to be some PvE after, I would probably watch it. You know, I'd probably watch the whole thing, you know, because it would spark a little of my interest, you know?
Well, what's the fact that it gets too predictable on that show with PvP? It's like, we're going to start the show, Jens and Meps are going to talk a little bit, Then we're going to go into random league space, and it's like a pool hall. They're all sitting around, chilling, all goofing off. And then they go into a few fights, and it's over.
Well, they're kind of at a disadvantage.
It's repetitive now.
They're at a disadvantage from other games like PlanetSide 2, because PlanetSide 2 can have like massive wars. You can have like a massive war. What DC Universe needs on the PvP side isn't arenas. They need like a huge 50 against 50, like a huge group. You know what I mean, to make it more interesting.
They need to have
the problem with that.
They need to have better ring wars and better diamond heists.
Right. Stuff like that.
They can't do that though. The problem with that is faction balance. You can't Suicide Squad, ring war, and diamond heist. Villains are not going to be winning that.
Not if it's something that is constantly being fought over and takes a while to get.
Right.
Still, the numbers are going to decide that fight more often than not.
Usually on the PvP phase, there's still a good amount of.
Why not have a true ring war where you actually queue up in the lobby? You go to a PvP lobby, and it doesn't start until you get 25 versus 25.
That would work.
Now, you're not in a group. You're solo. You can't heal anybody. You can't give power to anybody. It's 25 solo people in an instance against 25 solo heroes or villains or whatever in an instance. And you can even mix them. But no one's getting healed. Nobody's control effects affect anybody else. It's just pure 25 versus 25 combat. You're on your own. That would be awesome, in my opinion.
Why don't we just have a free-for-all mode?
That's pretty much what it is. It's a 25 versus 25 player brawl. And you have to queue up for it. And
I think they should shut PvP down and kick all those people out. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
No, and you know what? I don't understand the PvP players a lot of the times. They're like, oh, we want new maps. And, I kind of get where they want new maps, but then again, I don't, because you just go into a match and you beat each other's faces in. It's not like you interact with the map.
It's just a new background to
what they need
what
to
the
do.
map is. Right. I mean, there can be objectives,
if it's an
but
object-based map, yeah, I see. But if it's like a new arena like Owen Science sells, I guess Owen would be cool. But you could fight in an empty black room. You're just gonna beat each other up. Who cares where you fucking fight?
Why not have a Gotham City against the Metropolis?
They need to have more intricate objectives like Hall of Doom and Watchtower, at least the first part of Watchtower, or have a true capture the flag match, because Moonbase is just, I don't know, I don't like Moonbase.
I don't
as
like
much.
Moonbase. Yeah,
They need to have a true capture the flag.
I would rather just battle it out in Moonbase.
I like Australia.
That's
that's what I play when I.
Yeah, Australia's fun.
I do Australia.
Imagine a 50 versus 50 in Australia where you're on your own.
Are you just trying to shut your PlayStation off, or?
No, but here's the thing:
much.
you're not in a group. You're a solo, and there's just 50 versus 50 people in the group. Fighting in the arena.
Think if you were in Australia and there was 25 people. Or 30 people.
Well, I'm talking about when the hardware's
spaces.
upgraded, crappy. I mean, I'm not talking about PS3, But I hear
PS3 is still going to be in
PS3,
yeah, I know.
They're losing.
Make that content just for the PS4 or the PC.
You know what I think is funny? When the map rotation came out and they did all the balances for PvP, and I put balances in quotation marks, highly.
Yeah.
They were like, well, when map rotation comes out, we can totally, pump out maps like it's nobody's business. I haven't seen one new PvP map.
You know what they could totally do too? Screw me out of all the feeds I need, because none of the maps that I need are ever up.
That's basically
exactly.
what happened.
They just need to merge all of those feats together, or just give them to everybody that are map exclusive.
I mean, I see what they were trying to do, trying to only limit it to a certain amount of maps, so that way the queue times are quicker.
Honestly,
the only reason they don't have Moonbase on there is because Moonbase is glitched right now.
Great.
It's not Moonbase. It's what they needed to do was when they made Quantum, they needed to use quantum powers to go back in time and erase the last laugh from ever happening. That's what they needed to do. That has to be the most hated DLC out of all of them. No offense to PvP players.
Yeah,
It's
that
because
was.
when they added map rotation and such, it basically made that DLC nothing.
Exactly.
Oh wow! Like we waited 3 months for Shield and a duo.
Yeah, basically.
The shield. I hate the shield too, man. You look so stupid when you're standing there with the shield.
I kind of like it. I don't use it, but I kind of like
And then
it.
the tap triangle on it, you look like,
Yeah.
oh my god. I can't use a weapon that looks retarded either.
Well, guys, we're gonna
I
have to
guess
wrap. We're gonna have to
All right,
wrap this episode up.
Aw.
We've gone well over our hour. Actually, we've gone into like an hour 20 almost.
You see,
Yeah.
you can't put time constraints on Genius.
Uh-huh.
All right, everybody check out Kaiser's YouTube page and hit him up in game. Trick
Yeah,
shot.
really. Kaiser.
I don't have a YouTube. I put a few episodes of the podcast. I don't have recording. Although I will be posting videos once I get my PS4 because I could just stream it and record it right off of
Ooh.
that.
Yeah.
Well, apparently there's a PS4 problem where you won't be able to upload it straight to YouTube, so you're gonna have problems with that.
No, Twitch.
No, they made a deal the last.
Twitch.
Yeah.
the last
And then you
game
can
that
export
it's
it from
got-
Twitch to YouTube.
How are you going to get it on? Like,
Lucky.
say you just wanted to put it onto your computer. Are you just going to have to USB it to your computer?
Probably.
I think it can save up to 15 minutes of gameplay, so can just do commentary through voice chat on the game.
And
Save
let me
the
put the
time.
disclaimer up.
You better get it on the first take then.
Let me put the disclaimer up. When Kaiser is able to post
Glenn,
videos,
improv videos are some of the
if you are
funniest.
easily
First
offended,
take, screw up or not, it's going on the page.
if you're easily offended or highly sensitive, you may not want to watch Kaiser's videos.
No, I only need that if like Ninja Smurf, if Life Stealers in League Chat.
Hey, you can also show everyone that you can show the community how to glitch stuff. That'd be awesome.
I know, professional box mover.
I am not.
Professional box mover for Wave here.
Professional box mover.
Although I will be sure to on screen inspect count and show everyone that he is a 91 CR scrub.
What?
Yeah, you don't like that now, do you?
I'm 99, bitch. Ha. Even though I play
not,
like I'm
that's
about
not
90.
what Puppeteer told me.
I play like I'm 94, but I am
Didn't
99.
you have an announcement for him, by the way?
For who?
Puppeteer.
Puppet? Nah, he was a nice guy. Made Jay the mods today. I was going to play a joke on him, but, Puppeteer's
Yeah.
cool with us.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome of him.
Yeah, I was going to play a big joke on him, but,
Hey, if you need any mods made, hit me up. $2 a piece.
Ooh, see? There's a guy trying to make some money off some people.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. But I'm so happy about the group invite stuff because when I'm showing to make people mods, like everyone's trying to invite me into a group for some reason. And a lot of times I'm just chatting with people in the league, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
having a blast, and then someone tries to interrupt me.
Oh,
like you already told me what you want me to make.
I knew I forgot something from Game Update 30.
Uh-oh.
You can you can change the icons above your head.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can
yeah, that's
remove
good.
them completely. You can have them on certain people only. You can have them during PvE, PvP. You
That's
can totally
cool.
customize those.
Yeah, I like those. I like
Yeah,
that
I'll
option.
totally customize them off.
Off.
Yeah.
Yep.
I even turn my crit bubbles back off. I don't like them on. I don't like the fact that DC nerfed crits and now like you only get a crit every so often. I don't like to see that. It makes me upset.
Oh my God, Krabby.
They nerf the crit bubbles and then they try to take it away and say, "Oh, it's for lag issues." And then when they give us them back, I have 3 crits every fucking 10 minutes. I'm like, really? I'm like, what the fuck is this? Fucking nerf my crits. I feel like I'm PvP healing, no crits. Thanks, DC.
Well, does anybody else have anything to say besides Crappy?
I think I've hated on everybody I need to hate on at this point.
Did you get all your haterade out of the way tonight?
I think so.
All right. You feel better?
Hit up Night Siege in game. He has all expert plans.
No, I don't.
Not what I heard.
If you need to get dual feats done, look up Legendary Loser. Scrub. Jump into a mob.
He'll be
and
in Gotham
complain.
Wastelands by the Raven Bounty.
All right, Jay, you got anything to say?
Terrible.
Probably not. You got anything to...
I do not know.
Yeah.
Buff
about-
fire.
What about you, Vagrant? You got anything to close? You got any closing
No.
comments?
Nope.
Nope.
Go
Sweet.
back and fix tier 4 shit.
I hope you're saving up your money for that PS4.
Nope. I might buy a Wii U first before you.
Oh my god!
Oh
a
my
Wii U.
God.
Oh, no.
We're no.
All right, that's the show.
No,
We
we're
play a little
done
Big
He
there.
just
Planet.
ruined everything.
Hey, that Legend of Zelda HD.
Oh, I
Calling my
probably
name.
will have a new video introduction for the podcast next week. So I'm hoping
yeah?
it's going to be pretty cool. So you guys need to
yeah?
send me. You guys need to send me screenshots of your tunes.
All right.
Dressed or undressed?
And I'll probably be able. Hey, Glenn, I'll probably be able to make you a pretty cool intro for your YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
Have you seen my intro? So right now I got one like for free.
I saw
It's
it.
kind of blah.
Yeah, you know what we
So
could all
if I
do?
can get
We could
one,
all-
a better one, that'd be cool.
we could all meet up somewhere and just take a group picture. Oh no, we can't.
Yeah, we got to do that too.
See.
Well, we can't. Well, I'd have to like crop Vagrants into it.
What you should do
Stop
is just
being-
make that PS3 account and just come meet us somewhere. And we'll all
No,
take
because
a
I would
picture.
have really shitty styles on.
Oh my god, you can wear the coolest shit ever though.
Yeah, you should do that for the group picture. Yeah, I got new software on the way. I should have had it Saturday, but the stupid bitch at the post office screwed me over.
Dang, you are.
The views and languages of Count Chocula do not necessarily
right
represent.
now.
Well, here's the deal. I ordered it off Amazon.
So what did this stupid bitch look like that couldn't give you?
Well,
your
there's some old
package
biddy
on time?
that works over the post
Some
office.
old bit. Wow.
Yeah, lazy bitch. What happened
You need to
was
put
Count,
Up right
disclaimer for yourself right now.
No,
I
keep
don't give a
going.
shit,
Keep
all
going.
right? I don't give a shit. I told her
Just throw with
Thursday
it.
that I was waiting for this, and I thought it would come either Friday or Saturday. And she goes, "Well, if it comes Saturday, and I would stop by Friday, and it hadn't arrived." She goes, "If it comes on Saturday, I'll put it. I have a PO box." Said, "I'll put it in your side box because it won't fit." I said, "It probably won't fit in my PO box." She goes, "I go in there Saturday when they're closed. I go ahead and go in the lobby where you can get to your PO box." She didn't do it. All she did was leave a sticker on my thing saying my package had arrived, but the bitch didn't put it, or I would have had the intro probably done by now. So yeah, I'm a little salty about that, but
That bitch.
I'll get over it.
Are you
Yeah,
sure she didn't
I
put
got
the-
motion artist software coming that
Oh, yeah,
allows
making
you
it
to
really
make
good.
like
No, I could have
digital-
gave you a spot to download some stuff for free.
I want the hard copy. I like the
Oh,
hard
you
copy.
don't need the hard copy. This is just as good. It updates itself.
I like having the hard copy.
The whole Adobe Photoshop suite.
All right, we need to wrap it up.
Yeah, I want to get on games, so
All right.
before I
so
get too drunk. So
we'll
all
see.
right.
We'll
Molly.
see everybody next time.
What
This year.
We'll see if we out
Aw.
later.
Peace.
Nah.